Hello, everybody. This is your boy, the Almighty One, bringing you some terrible update on this guy right here. His name is Shamir Moore. You guys have heard of him. He is a former college football coach from the University of Michigan. He was the offensive coordinator, I believe, for Jim Harbaugh 2 years ago before Jim Harbaugh left and went to the NFL, which is where he's currently at now. But this guy, Shamir Moore, was recently terminated from his job due to specific reasons of having relations with a um, former executive from the University of Michigan. Word is now that he was released on bail. I think his bail was $25,000 to $30,000. He was released on bail, but he does have a GPS bracelet on his leg to keep it from going anywhere. But he's also taking psychiatric treatments based on his mental health, because this guy was accused of stalking the female executive. He was also accused of breaking and entering the place of the female executive, and he also had been texting and calling her. And when he did all the texting and calling, she reported him immediately, because word is that he had sexual relations with the female executive for the past 2 or 3 years there, and it kept somewhere off the radar. But word is that she broke off the relationship between the both of them, because, see, here's the thing: she was making, I think, $40,000 or $50,000 a year, and then they increased her her pay rate. They said she was making $99,000 a year, close to $100,000. Now, I believe that was the case, because reason why I said that was the case was because when she was making less money, I'm assuming she was using them. She had to be using them, and he couldn't see it. But see, here's the point: this man he's married. He has three daughters. Three daughters. Now, he is currently locked up. I think, like I mentioned in the earlier video earlier, he mentioned he was locked up at, I think, a psychiatric ward. I believe that's where he's at currently, because they want to be sure that he stays where he's at and not go anywhere better. But he still has the GPS bracelet, so that means if he go places, they'll know exactly where he is at all costs. He's under monitoring. He's being monitored. But then, see, this man's case is an issue now, because now they believe he's mentally disturbed, because if you are in a psychiatric ward, that means something is not right up here. And so I'm quite sure his wife now knows this, because they said that he had not gone back to his place of residence. And who could blame him? Because it's embarrassing. It's extremely embarrassing to go back home to your wife knowing you got to face the consequence of her and your kids. And he basically ruined his career. I mean, this is a guy who will probably never get another college job again because of this. If he does, he may wind up being an assistant for his head coach. No. I know I can't say where he can go and where he can't go. That's not my job to speculate. But to do all these things and think you're not going to get caught will get you put under the bus. And then guy put himself under the bus and didn't even know it. The girl that he had a relationship with, I believe, knew what she was doing. Like I said, that's just my opinion on it. That's my opinion. And like I said, she was making less money at first. And now she's making close to $99,000 a year. Close to, like I said, she's $1,000 short of $100,000 for her career. She's making a lot of money now. So I think she feel that she don't need his help. I believe she broke it off. They said she broke it off anyway, and I think that's what led to this. All the things that he did for her, he completely lost his mind. They said, like I said, they said she broke it off from him. She broke it off, and so that may have drove him completely up the wall. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not exactly sure what the woman looks like, But if I get a picture of her, I will make a video on that as well. But right now, all the focus is on this guy here, Shamir Moore, and that's sad. That's really really sad to put yourself in this situation, knowing you got a family at home, and you think that they weren't going to find out. It broke news immediately, and you got to think about Michigan University is a high profile high profile university in the entire country. It's one of the top schools in the country, and when they hire coaches get high profiles. Jim Harbaugh been there for 7 years and were able to get a national championship 2 years ago. And this guy was on that staff. So that should let you know right there from the beginning. And see, Jim Harbaugh also left. When he left. He back in the NFL. I guess he back in the NFL now, and he more likely to not return to the NFL because there's some things going on with him as well. They already said if he decide to come back to the NFL, he's gonna be sanctioned. And I'm not exactly sure what it was. They say that had something to do with academics, so he would be sanctioned if he ever come back to the college level. And I'm quite sure no college team is gonna waste their time hiring a coach who has sanctions. And if he do come back, he's gonna be suspended and he probably gonna want to lose the majority of his salary. So that's one of the reasons why Jim Harbaugh has no interest in returning. He's in the NFL. That he more like if he get fired from the job that he currently have, he more likely to wind up being an offensive coordinator more than likely. But anyway, enough of Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh career is straight. He not worried about what's going on at Michigan. I'm quite sure he is, but not that overly concerned because of the job he has in the NFL. But this man right here, though, just jeopardized his career. You know what I'm saying? No team is not going to get him, even if they wanted to. Even if they were desperate, they would not even bring him to a college level or any of the things. If he do, he may wind up going at a smaller college, maybe an HCBU, but I doubt they even have anything to do with him as well because he's a black coach. And black coach get scrutinized more than any coaches in the league. And I'm sorry to say, I don't want to sound racial when I say that, but a lot of people know that black coaches do get scrutinized if they do anything wrong. And this guy has done a lot wrong. And I don't know, be honest with you, I don't know if the female executive, I don't know if she's white or black. I don't even know. But I do know that he jeopardized his career. He ruined it. And Michigan fired him off the spot. The minute they found out, he was fired immediately. And now he has no job. And this guy had $14 million. He was basically getting paid $7 or $8 million a year. You ruined all of that. And then it wouldn't surprise me now if his wife sues him, divorce him, and sues him for majority of his salary. It wouldn't surprise me now because she gonna sue for alimony and child support, depending on which child or children he has that's the youngest. So he to put himself up for academic failure, job failure, financial failure, mental failure, whatever failure that it is. He put himself up for a big F minus for failure, because he done failed in all categories, even in the human being category, even in the black American category. He just ruined it. He ruined himself. He really did. And I think he realized that now. That's why he's locked up currently in the mental institute. I don't know why I said psychiatric institute, but they're both the same thing. But I'm gonna say mental institute. That's where he's locked up currently. So I really feel I don't feel petty for a guy like this, because when you ruin your career, you ruin yourself. You ruin the people around you. You lose friends. You lose a lot of things, not just money. You lose your livelihood. And this man lost his livelihood over a woman. So with that being said, hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to the video. Please do what need to be done to get this video liked on YouTube or on TikTok. This is your boy, y'all. Mighty One, bringing you some horrible, disturbing news of an African-American head coach, University of Michigan, who ruined his career over a female executive. I'm out here, y'all. Peace.